Hey guys, what's up? I'm the man-eating turtle. Did you like that? Do you want to learn how to control your mind powers? And do you want to take a trip into the dark reaches of your own mind and the minds of others? Well, I've got the game for you. That's right, folks. Today we're going to be talking about Psychonauts, a game you've probably heard of but never actually played yourself. Such a great game, but so many people have heard of it, but they never actually played it. But if you haven't heard of it, it's a 3D collectathon platformer. At least that's how it's categorized, but I'd consider it more of an adventure game. But we'll get into that later. It was created by Double Fine Productions under the direction of the legendary game maker Tim Schafer, and it was released on the original Xbox and PlayStation 2 in about 2004. It stars a young boy named Raz who sneaks into a secret camp where they train kids with psychic abilities how to expand their powers so that they can become members of a secret spy organization known as the Psychonauts. But due to the fact that I'm sure you've heard of this game but you haven't played it yourself, I'm sure you know where this is going. That shit did not sell well, like at all. At all, I'm serious. It was bad, very bad. You might be wondering to yourself, well, if it didn't sell that well, then it's probably not that good. And I'll tell you, I was like you. I've owned a copy for several years that just sat away in my Steam library, collecting dust, wasting away with about 100 other different games. But I've seen the light. In anticipation of the release of the second one, which comes out either this week or last week, depending on whenever this video comes out, I dived in and tried it on my Xbox One. And let me tell you, it's a great experience. One of the best platformer games I've played in a long time. So I'm going to tell you how the game's story, the characters, the unique powers, and the level design all come together to create a new, unique experience that you have to play. And I'm going to tell you why you need to play this damn game. A story needs an interesting cast of characters, otherwise it's a boring slog. And games are no exception. Some games can get away with little characterizations, but the ones that do have it stand out. The witty humor that comes with the cast of characters in this game is something unique and you won't see in any other game, particularly in the 3D collectathon and platforming genres.
What they don't expect is Raz, the Psychonaut.
And then you'll make their heads explode?
No. Do you do that?
The main characters are the Psychonauts themselves that serve as Raz's teachers and camp counselors. Each one is an interesting caricature of a spy from Cold War era media such as comic books and movies. There's a crazy warmongering soldier, Coach Oleander. He looks like the mixture between a potato and this dick. You get it? Dick Cheney? Merca fuck yeah? My personal favorite of the main characters is Sasha, otherwise known as Agent 9. He's highly intelligent and a psycho master, and he has a love for gadgets. Oh, and did I mention he likes to experiment on children?
I'll try to fix it. You stay here and keep the numbers under control.
And he has a German accent, of course. Oh, and of course there's Psycho Master Ford Cruller. There's also Ford Cruller. And Ford Cruller? Oh, did I mention Psycho Master Ford Cruller? Even the side characters in this game are interesting. Although they don't play an integral part of the story, they're always doing something strange and funny, and you might want to go talk to them because you might get a laugh out of them like I do.
You better watch yourself, Gogglelicious.
What's that, hair boy? You want a piece of me?
But there's one side character that I have to let you know about because if I didn't, it'd be a disservice. There's a fish. Yeah, you heard me right, a big fish. A big fucking fish. And that big fucking fish, she has a name. Her name is Linda. Yeah, you heard me right, her name's Linda. Hey, you better not be laughing. I swear to God, if you make fun of her, you better not disrespect her or I will come down on you hard. I will fuck you up and I will make it look like an accident. All of these characters create a great atmosphere that help world build and help fill out levels in the hub world and make them interesting and fun to explore. This game has something that other 3D collectathons and platformers don't have, and that's a story. That's one of the reasons why I'd argue this game's more of an adventure game than a 3D collectathon or a platformer. While it does have lots of different collectibles and they're fun to play, the game's main goal is its unique and interesting way of telling a story. Now, this game's main goal is the story of Rasputin expanding his psychic powers. I'll try to keep this spoiler-free because I want you to play this damn game, but I will talk about the different aspects within the story that I do think make this game worth a shot and why I think you should play this. There's no other game out there like Psychonauts. The story's so unique and compelling that it makes you want to keep playing until the very end. Traversing into the minds of others and finding clues to solve an unraveling mystery is enjoyable and will keep you wanting to play until the very end. You're always wanting more. You gotta keep going. This game is hard to stop because the story is so great. Another unique aspect of this story is the way that it's told. It takes a unique and witty route to tell the story, and the game's premise is sort of silly, and the game knows this and doesn't take itself too seriously.
And what are you and the wee one up to on this lovely day?
Oh, just obeying the law as always. All posted directives followed to the letter.
Ah, good to hear. Not a one of us want any trouble, that's for sure.
There aren't that many games that use comedy as a way to tell the game's story, particularly in the platforming genre. The only few examples that I can really think of are Conker's Bad Fur Day or something like Destroy All Humans, which is a little bit different. Psychonauts also uses in-game items to delve deeper into its own story. There are these vaults that you can find in each person's minds, and when you crack them open, they reveal a slideshow that goes deeper into the character's past and sort of helps with world building even more and gives you a deeper understanding of each character. Just like the characters and story, the levels in this game also have a lot of personality because they take place in the kooky minds of these characters. This allows for a deviation from the long-established formula that 3D collectathons and platformers of this era had fallen into. So unlike your Super Marios, Crash Bandicoots, Raymans, and Banjo-Kazooies, that means there's a lot more diverse level pool in this game. That means there's no grassy levels, no desert levels, no snow levels, and thank fucking God there is no water levels. That means these levels focus on the deep underlying issues these characters are trying to resolve in the dark corners of their mind and help characterize the characters even more through level design. The first level players are introduced to is a basic training camp that takes place in the war-scarred mind of Coach Oleander. The level is littered with barbed wire, decimated buildings, and film reels reminiscent of the 1940s and 50s. This level serves as the tutorial to get the player familiar with how the game plays, and this is the perfect setting for that, being appropriately named Basic Braining. Traversing the level and learning not only feels natural, but makes it fun, due to the level being like boot camp. Having the game bark orders at you feels appropriate and only adds to the experience. This level design is not something you typically see in platforming games. Each area is unforgettable because it takes place inside the mind of someone else, making them diverse as they take on the personality traits of the character's mind that you're inside. One minute you're on a battlefield that's exploding, next you're in a dance party, to even becoming a kaiju monster and destroying a city, to playing a game of Risk. There's so much diversity in the levels that you'll always feel refreshed and want to keep charging ahead and start a new challenge. Another important part of level design that Psychonauts does well is how you enter levels. Any 3D collectathon or platforming game needs to have an interesting hub world to enter levels through. Psychonauts hub world takes place in an expansive campgrounds that's divided up into smaller areas. The way it's structured reminds me of Gruntilda's castle. There are lots of options for things to do around the hub world that make it interesting to explore. You can collect these things called psychic arrowheads. When you collect enough of them, you can buy stuff at the camp store that can help you on your journey. You can also collect side cards that increase your rank, making you stronger as you collect them. There's even a scavenger hunt with items hidden all around the campgrounds. These side tasks are also a nice and fun method of pacing for the player. It allows the player to take breaks in between levels and do side quests and collect things and just explore in general. Well, that's it. We're at the end, folks. That's all we have to talk about with Psychonauts. Just kidding, I got you, didn't I? You didn't think I was going to end the video without talking about the slew of psychic powers and abilities that you gain that make the game interesting, did you? This is by far the best part of the game and what makes it stand out from other games. There's a plethora of different powers that makes traversing the levels, solving puzzles, and beating up baddies feel fantastic. There's a levitation orb that lets you roll and hover your way through levels. The clairvoyance ability lets you see from the perspective of others and objects. And invisibility allows you to sneak past foes. These are only a few of the powers that can be unlocked, totaling to 8 different abilities. Each one is vastly different and adds its own flair to the gameplay. With each side power being added to your arsenal, you'll feel more powerful and equipped as the game goes on. As you rank up, these side abilities also get upgraded. The game constantly keeps making you feel more powerful as you traverse through the game. Well, okay, we're officially at the end of the video now. Congratulations, you made it all the way to the end. I'm so proud of you. This is the part where I do my final bargain with you and tell you why you need to play this game. Its story is original and something you won't find in any other game, particularly platformers and 3D collectathons. The cast of characters are all funny, charming, and interesting. It has level design that is fun to explore and reinforces the themes of the story, as well as fleshes out the characters. Raz's psychic abilities make you stronger as the game progresses, and each one is different and makes this game stand out from others. Also, this game is available on a wide array of platforms, including the PlayStation 2, original Xbox, the 360, the Xbox One, Series S, X, B, Y, Z, P, all of those, the PC, and Mac, and the PS4. The game is also quite cheap, so if you want to play it, it's not going to bust your wallet. Usually on the digital stores, it's around $10 for retail price, but it usually goes on sale quite often, and it's only on sale for about $1, so it's a pretty good deal. So that's all I have to say about this fantastic game. Are you going to play this damn game or what? Or if not, tell me why or why not. Let's have a discussion in the comments below, and even if you've already played the game, tell me why you liked it or you didn't. And as always, thanks for watching. Peace out.